this is a brief part 2. That video clicked off. The other one on the other side that I was doing for theatrics and funniness didn't save like I'd like it to. But apparently you have to save that video a little quicker, and I reached up to pause this one, and you're in the mood of the moment, and I've got the camera twisted around the wrong way, so I bumped the button. So instead of having a pause, I now have video 2. And I do that for tracking reasons to help keep it a little easier when you put a name on it. That getting it lined up is kind of funny sometimes. But long story short, this is my Sirius video. It's supposed to be about the radio, and you all seen where it went to. So that's what it is. That's where we are. There's many people that can be helped in the world and in life, and obviously we can't help the entire world, but I'm sure there's more people that can be helped locally and abroad, and there's monies that can be used more appropriately, and there's people that can be helped more appropriately through whatever it takes to help us, the people. And when they're going to spend these big extravagant monies on different places and different things, then they need to remember who helped get them into office and who needs their help. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that need your help to help get you into office that's too proud to say anything. And across the board, if you could help cut some of the bills and utilities that have just skyrocketed through the years through inflation and stuff like that, I mean, it would help tremendously. I mean, our auto industry and housing industry was bailed out, from what I understand, by the government, from everybody that remembers. And I don't see, okay, I've seen a lot of cheaper houses that probably need a lot of work, but we don't see car prices coming down because they were bailed out. We don't see a lot of cheaper cars. We see car prices since '08 that I know of, used car prices doubled. New car prices continually rise. You can't, I mean, that one car I bought, an Escape, I got a used one for $14,000 one year, and it took me years to pay it off. And then I went to buy another one, and they were offering it for $30,000, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then they're $20,000, $30,000. It's like they were a fairly cheap car, and it's like, it's just skyrocketing crazy how they bring a model out, it's 2 years old, and boom, they're selling well, so they raise the prices, is what it seems like to me. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to have $20,000 bicycles with electric motors, is what it seems like. And basically, you're not even going to have the safety standards that they do, that they claim is why that keeps car prices up. And I understand that, but that's only limited because, from what I understand, corporate profits and then making money for the stockholders is their main objective. So somewhere in there, we need a government car corporation or somebody like that that can manufacture safe cars for the people to get people to and from places, so they don't have to rely on public transportation in all situations, because in remote areas it just doesn't work. Until you get the drone buses going, until you get the drone snowplows going, until you get the drone vehicles going, they can haul people to from. It's just nobody has the money and time to do all that stuff just to help their fellow man. So until that stuff happens, you don't find any trains that stop around here. They used to have supposedly electric train years ago that went from here down south and back up, and the train blows through this town, goes from one big city to the next. It doesn't stop, it doesn't slow down, it keeps going. There's no stop here to shuttle anybody in and out of town, and I suppose sometimes that's good. I mean, we don't have any local boats that I know of that's actually specifically for people transportation. There's a lot of charter fishing and stuff like that here, but there's not a boat that comes in to say, hey, you want to go over to Canada, you want to take a ride up to Erie, you want to shoot over to Cleveland, hey, you want to go to any of the great places along the lake on the state side or the Canadian side. And who knows if you need a passport or a driver's license at this point to even leave the country, because they keep changing the rules. And some people say on the new license you can have it, some people say you can't, some people say you still need a passport. And so before you go, you might want to do that. But there's many great cities along our Great Lakes that we can visit, and there's nobody that even runs shuttles that I'm aware of. So that's the kind of cool stuff that would be neat to see someday, and maybe you'll see it, or maybe not. But this video has taken so many twists and turns. That's the way we like it, though, and we're just kind of going with the flow of the mind and seeing where it goes. But this is my Sirius video part 2, since Part 1 didn't get saved on the other camera. This side, I don't know if it saved, what it did. It clicked off when I hit the wrong button. And, I mean, that was the main thing. I was just going to make a little funny video. And then it turned into my vlog that I haven't done for a little while. So, I believe I'm calling this Vlog 11, Part 2. I'll title it accordingly so it can be found if anybody's interested in finding it. And, you know, sometimes you don't say enough. Sometimes you say too much. And, you know, give your opinion. Let me know in the comments. Make some of your own videos. Let people see what's going on in the world. What's on your mind. I know it's kind of like right now, everybody's like, some people say politicians are overpaid. Some people think they're not. And compared to the common working man, they make a lot more than we do. Compared to the local poor people that might not be as advantaged as some of everybody else or whatever's happened in their life. And some of them have medical issues. Some are disabled. There's a lot of politicians making tremendous amount more than they are. And I'm not saying it's those particular politicians' job to help them, but across the board, they're elected officials, and when they raise Social Security a couple dollars to take other people's medical insurance, that's wrong. When they, you know, don't give them enough to eat on, and then they block their food stamps because of a shutdown, it's wrong. And they're still getting paid, and there's tons of government workers out there not getting paid that are now eligible to go to food lines, supposedly. But I've heard before that some people, they base your income from the job that you worked in the last 6 to 12 months. Most of those people actually won't qualify for assistance. They might qualify for unemployment, but technically if they base it the way they used to, for a lot of assistance companies that actually do help the locally disadvantaged or poor or less whatever or the lower income brackets, they usually say, what were you making 6 months ago and 12 months ago? They're not going to just start giving them handouts. Now, some of the places might give it to them, but then they're actually taking away from a lot of the local people that need it. So I'm saying they need help too. Then the government needs to pass some kind of temporary bill that helps funding to help people while the shutdown's going on. I mean, this will be relevant or irrelevant once it stops, potentially, but it's going to take months to recover from this across the board. And we're still going to have high utility prices. We're still going to have moderate to high gas prices that come up, shoot back down. And across the board, they need more renewable resource energies, like people's been saying since I was a kid that people shun. You know, you need more self-sufficient electric cars. They got hydro cars. They got the natural gas vehicles. You need more solar. That can be incorporated to the vehicles as well as your house. There's tons of stuff that needs to be more affordable for the common people across the board on all levels to have your basic needs and utilities and to be able to live comfortably. And that's just the beginning of it. So it never ends. It's just going to continue on and on. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, maybe a subscribe, a share, hit that notification bell if you want some treachery and tortury, or if you want to see some of the fun videos that we put out there from my daughter or my girlfriend or me. Let's go forward in life and do the best we can, and let's see clearly that somehow this will come to pass, whether it's government issues or bills and utilities or just not having enough fun in the world and life and helping people pass whatever they can to where they can have a better income and better medical insurance and lower bills and utilities. And some places we have okay affordable food prices around here, I'll say that, but there's, you know, times that they skyrocket and they don't come down as quick as gasoline, if you've ever noticed that. And there's some really good grocery stores around here, that's all I'll say. There's even some really good distribution centers from what I've heard and understand. And not talking about any in particular, but, you know, check around. They're probably one higher and right next to you, and you might not even know it. So if you need a job, check on it. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Take care.